सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.
You're listening to Bare Knuckle Bhakti Shorties on the Bhakti Recovery Podcast with Jiva G, coming at you every Monday with a little spiritual something. Hello, happy Monday, everybody. I hope you all went through the holiday seasons peacefully and got through all of that. And not only just got through it peacefully, enjoyed it. And if not, well, this too shall pass. I've had some pretty horrific holiday seasons and some pretty peaceful ones. This year happened to be a very nice, peaceful one. So I'm grateful for that. Anyhow, guys, it's really nice to be back. Of course, I've been thinking. That is something that is becoming more and more of a, I would say, controlled substance in my brain, which I'm very grateful for. You know, at times my mind is controlled by my thoughts and feelings. That is why I picked up drugs and alcohol for so long, because I could not control my emotions or my mind or my thoughts. And even to this day, I can't control them. However, I can transform them into Krishna consciousness and of course, recovery. And this is something, this is what I will be. This is my life's work, is channeling the mind, channeling my emotions, and getting, this is my karmic life work, and using them for good. And I've been through every phase of this, the getting angry at my feelings, getting frustrated, getting depressed, loving them, hating them, just completely like some vagrant feral child living inside my head. Oh, God. So that's where the program and that's where Krishna consciousness comes in. And they're pretty simple. Everything is really simple. Everything is simple. It's all very simple. It's just really not easy. And every little bit counts. That's the one thing that I have really taken with me in my life, is that every little bit counts. And as far as my mind goes, I will never be good enough. My efforts will never be big enough. And I will never be, that shining image of what I desire to be. However, if I'm moving forwards towards that at a pace that is definitely sustainable and at a pace that makes it, how do I say this? At a pace that makes it doable, sustainable, and doesn't frustrate me, and this is what happens. I bite off all the time. I bite off way more than I can chew. And this is the fine feeling, this is what we learn. This is what I learned throughout my life, is that we're all given this magic wand, right? I love this analogy. We're all just given this magic wand. And we're all kind of like toddlers. Kids don't really know what to do with that. So we just wind up either beating each other or beating ourselves over the head with this magic wand. But all we really have to do is train, right? And so I'm still, I would say, a kid when it comes to disciplining or honing that. Owning and honing. I'm in the honing, I'm still the apprentice. And that's okay for me. I'd love to be the maestro, the master, the master wizard. But I'm not. I'm just not. And, the moment I accept that and take on the task of honing my spiritual practices, which is, the analogy of the magic wand, because spiritual practices are magic. For me, it's my experience over and over again. The closer I am to God, the closer I am to peace of mind. I mean, it's just like 1 + 1 is 2, and that's it. It's just so simple. And when I'm doing the things that help me get there, then I'm peaceful. However, I'm still that toddler who just wants candy for breakfast. And when I do things that don't support that, my life gets more difficult. And it just seems that I am one of those feral children who don't seem really to learn their lessons. Some of the lessons I've learned, I mean, I'm not giving myself the benefit of the doubt. I am clean and sober for 27 years, and I have made a lot of progress. But there's so much more to be done, There's so much more progress to be had, and it's for free, and it's out there, and it's like, it's the air. I just don't, there's just, we're in this age of Kali. I've got the disease of addiction. I mean, however you want to call it. And these are the powers that kind of suck me out in the wrong direction. Sense gratification. I mean, look, everybody's born with their own cross to bear, so to say. And I think mind is the mind. That's the main thing. I think everybody has the disease of the mind, but I can only speak on my own experience, and the disease of my mind is very strong, very, very strong. And what I've learned, and what I'm learning now is this: there really is nobody that can compare. I mean, you can be similar, you can have similar experiences, but my karma is designed specifically for me. And I have to, I am stopping. I don't even have to. I'm at the point now where it's not that simple. I believe 100% it's not that simple to just say, well, he, she, or they are in this position of, a certain connection with their higher power and practicing the way I want to practice. And why can't I be like that person? Well, I can always aspire and be inspired by somebody who's in that position, but I am not that person, and I have not had those experiences as that person had, and I have not been born into that body. So it is futile to compare my path with theirs. And so here's the tricky part. The tricky part is this. I don't stop there. I don't say like, oh, okay, I'm not like them and they're not like me, so we can't compare anything. We are both on the same path. So if we are both on the same path, we can learn things from each other, which means I can aspire to have the love of their higher power or the fervor that they, practice their daily sadhana. But at the end of the day, I'm still struggling or fighting through that karma that I need to fight through in order to get to a place which is specifically mine. And specifically for me and my karma. And this is really important. So as we all may walk that path together and separate at the same time, we should not be comparing ourselves to who is, who's exceeding more, who's not exceeding more. The fact is, if we're all walking, we're all walking. And it doesn't really matter. And it's futile and absolutely nonsense to compare yourselves with someone else. That's what I've learned. So I've just learned to concentrate on my own path and watch others, learn from others. And I don't mean, I don't have to, and maybe I'm not ready to take everything from every person who wants to teach me things. There are people out there, I can learn things from people who have nothing to do with religion or Krishna consciousness or even program stuff. I really got to watch out for, I don't like, something I heavily dislike is spiritual snobbery. That's something that I really don't have, which I'm very grateful for. And I don't like it when I see it. I don't like that spiritual snobbery of oh, well, my religion is the best. And, even if it's true, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Ask yourself in that situation, if someone's doing stuff like that, ask yourself, is this improving someone else's life? Being a braggart? It's not, actually. It's sad because there's a lot of that going on. And it's easy for me to cop a resentment with someone who's trying to stuff their beliefs down my throat. And I am perfectly willing to have all the conversations. I don't mind. If I'm in a good way, I'll take everything on and mesh through it, turn over every stone, ask every question. That's just in my nature. But the moment that somebody is forcing it on me, it becomes uncomfortable and it's just not nice. However, I'm glad and grateful that that I can take the rest and I can take what I need and leave the rest. Yeah. So what can I say? I guess all I can say is this. God consciousness and anything that we want in our lives is there for free. All we need to do is turn. Just turn to it like the sun. It's that simple. And I'm not saying this just for you. I'm saying this for myself. It's so easy to let daily things get in our way. All those thoughts that intrude on our path to go, to have higher thoughts. Small things, even big things. But I can guarantee you one thing. If you're thinking about something right now, tell me on March 30th of 2005, what you were thinking this moment. You would, no matter what it is, you would definitely say, I don't know. Yeah. So I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I hope someone got something from these ramblings. This is why I do it. I want to share my experience, strength, and hope because it is helpful to someone, just one person. That's how I've received help. That's how I learn, is through others' experience, strength, and hope. Reading, listening. Yeah. So if you haven't decided to do something today that's going to help your Krishna consciousness or your recovery, pick up your 12-step book, whichever program you do, read a chapter from it. Read a paragraph. Doesn't really matter. Pick up the Gita, read the Gita. Pick up the phone, call somebody, hop on a meeting. Ask somebody if they need some help with something. Ask somebody if they want to read with you. Make your bed. think of God, listen to a lecture. These are the small things that just kind of help us put our minds in the right direction, if that's the direction you want to go to. So I would wish you guys all a happy new year, but I don't really do New Year's. I think every day is a new year. But for those who do celebrate New Year and do your New Year's resolutions, then I wish you all the love and joy and peace and all of the small things you can do to make your new year a good one. Love you all. Haribol. Listening. I hope you liked the Monday Shorties. Don't forget to check out our full-length episodes on Thursdays. If you like what you heard, spread the word. Peace out.
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.